Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the IBB Top 3, where we discuss basically some of your keys to staying burn-proof. And I'm super excited. So this is Shannon Baughman, I'm saying that right?
Yep.
Baughman. So you may know some people that Shannon knows by her husband, Mark, who you've seen on our episodes, and her brother, Shane Miller, who is actually, we had a Shane Miller 1.0 video and then a 2.0 video before he got into business and then after.
Yeah.
And so I'm I've heard so much like through the grapevine, so to speak, from Mark and Shane. So I'm really like excited to hear more,
Cool.
just what's been going on with you, and then just like what you've been learning and how people can take what you've learned, because
Right.
it seemed like everything happened very quick.
Oh, yeah.
Very
quick.
very quick.
Yes.
So just kind of, I think that'll be real cool. I'm fascinated already. But if you wouldn't mind just kind of introducing yourself,
Sure.
what you do, your business, and how people can find you, and
Sure.
go from there.
So I'm Shannon Baughman. I own Great Lakes Kids Apparel, and I have a website. You can find us at www.greatlakeskidapparel.com.
All right.
So I create and make little kids clothing. So dresses, shirts, for holidays, seasons, special occasions. And
Okay.
yeah.
So a lot of Halloween stuff going on right now.
And believe it or
Okay.
not, with everything going on, the way that clothing works is Halloween's going now, it's almost done, and we're going into Christmas.
So you're working on Christmas stuff right now.
Yeah, actually I have a
Okay.
huge photo shoot tomorrow, my first one with a bunch of kids for
There
all
you
of our
go.
Christmas stuff.
Okay.
Yep.
So is it usually like, do you start like the beginning of the quarter of like whatever holiday is at the end, or how does that work?
Pretty much.
Pretty much. Okay.
I've learned from the 2 years that we've been in business that I have to start holidays early.
Okay.
You watch the stores bring all their stuff out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of goes the same way with
Okay.
clothing.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Perfect. Awesome. And then are you completely online right now? So
Completely online right now, yes.
Okay. Perfect.
Hopefully after everything going on right now in the world, I am going to open inside for a little bit for people to come and shop.
Okay.
Yep.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, I see this stuff on Facebook, and it's like,
Oh, yeah.
since I had a daughter, like before, like I got 3 younger brothers, so I never like had like a sister or
Girly
never,
clothes.
there was nothing girly anywhere growing up. So like now with Julia, it's just like, it's so like I'm always like, oh, that's so cute.
Well, little
Like,
girls'
oh my
clothes
God,
is
like,
so much
oh,
more
look, it is so
fun.
pretty. Like, things I've never thought I'd say. I'm like,
Yep.
oh my gosh, it's so pink. I love it. Like,
Yep.
just like
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So, but very good. So, well, without further ado, what is your first key to staying burn proof?
Okay. First key I'm going to say is dedication. I went through a lot trying from the moment we were outside in my backyard with my friends discussing things to staying up until 1 o'clock in the morning. I can't tell you how many nights straight figuring out how to even start this. And then going from, starting it and actually doing that, but then trying to build on that it's a lot. So,
Yes.
I was taking my free time and I'm taking time away from my kids, and that's why I'm saying dedication, because not that I want to take that time away from my children, but in the same aspect, to do what I'm doing, I needed to do the, dedication to what I wanted to do.
Right. Yeah.
So, there's times we went on a vacation to Disney, for example, and while I was gone, I had to have my father come over and get my boxes that came from overseas and bring them in.
Mm-hmm.
And the moment we got off the plane, I came home, unpacked, started laundry, and I was on the floor opening 16 boxes of
Yeah.
dresses. My whole living room was full. I have a
Yeah.
picture of it. It's crazy. So, was that what I wanted to do right when I came home from vacation? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
But I had to.
How, so you were talking about like you were hanging out and just, so how did the idea come about? Is this something you've always wanted to do, or?
So, no. So I started buying my daughter dresses,
Okay.
like you said, all the
Yep.
fun girly things. And she fell in love with them.
Yeah.
Well, and then I got some girlfriends to go ahead and get the same said dresses, and we all fell in love with them. So we're outside. My cousin said, I found where we could possibly get these from if you want to do it. And I've done LuLaRoe, I've done candles, and I've done well at it. It wasn't what I actually planned on doing with my life, but it's one of what happened.
Yeah.
So from that point, all of us discussing, I had a girlfriend and my cousin talking about it. So I just followed through with it and started researching and figuring everything out. And here we are from that point in my backyard.
What what was like, do you still remember like the day or kind of maybe even the moment where you were like, I'm going to do this? Like before,
Yep.
like when, like how, take us through like where it went from an idea to like, this is it, like it's happening.
It was literally that day.
That's
So
okay.
once I start something, I can't stop. So once we talked about it
That's
day.
dedication. Right?
Yeah, I went that night online and started
Yeah,
searching. And
yeah.
that's, I mean, and here we are.
That's
So,
awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, perfect. So walk me through like what are some, so even just getting things started in the like that first year, what are some samples of like dedication that you could say, you know, obviously not everybody's gonna be running the same exact business.
Exactly.
You know, they might not even have a business, but like what are some things that maybe you learned about yourself when it comes to dedication, some examples that you could share?
I mean, what I learned about myself, I mean, when I want to start something, like I said, I wouldn't stop. So I kept going and going.
Mm-hmm.
So to create the business, I had to stay on top of all of that. I mean, I don't know what else I could really tell somebody. It's just
Okay.
it was just sticking with my gut, and
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to do it. I mean, if I wanted to do it, I kept going with it.
Okay. Did you have people telling you not to do it?
No.
No? Okay.
From the get-go, no.
Okay.
We can get on that later.
Okay.
But no, from the get-go, no. The get-go,
Okay.
but
Right.
yeah, because Mark, I mean, he's always, Mark, do you care if I take this money and do this? Sure, go ahead. But
Yeah.
he's never not had the faith that I would do something with it and not just, well, here's money and there it goes down the
Right.
drain. So,
So so like even like getting to dedication, you're talking about like it's because at least for me, like I see it as like when with what I like with my business, it's like it's my kid before I had kids.
mm-hmm.
It was like my wife before I had it was just, like it was just like it's just who I am 24/7. And then so talking about like that, so like what are some examples maybe of like using dedication, because it's very hard to keep work and home happy all at the same time. And then
Yeah.
too, like to your credit, and like my wife Eric, it's like I feel like guys were able to like kind of like shut, like I'm in work now, I'm in work mode, like, and then I
Right.
get like, okay, now I'm at home, like, but like mom, like that mom mode is just like
Oh,
always
yeah.
always going. So like what are some things that maybe you could share with that you've learned like through balancing all of that?
So if there's something you want to do, make sure that it's something that you can be sitting there 1 minute and then your kids, hey, mom, dad, whoever you are, I need
Mhm.
this. I mean, there's constantly moments where I bring all my stuff down on the kitchen table and I'm sitting there with my
Yeah.
laptop and somebody needs something.
Yep.
All right, I finish this and then
Yep.
I go back with the kids. And so it's just find something that you're able to, that you want to do and keep with it, but
Mhm.
also maybe something that you can walk away for a moment and go with your children or your family, or I'm going to take this time off and I'm going to come with you guys, but then knowing you're still going to come back and you still have things to do with
Okay.
your business.
Okay. Very cool. So it was obviously quarantine changed a lot of things for that. I was telling you before
yeah.
this, I thought
Yeah.
I was gonna be buried in the backyard.
Right.
You know, I thought Erica was
Right.
gonna end it because I was just annoying her to death, pretty much just being around me 24/7. But so I guess for you, I think you said you have your warehouse now,
Yes.
so you're able to kind of escape to the warehouse. But like, what are some things like that may like? How do you compartmentalize? Like you're on the computer, you're doing something for work, and like you're in the middle of an email or whatever it is, and kids come up and say, "Mom,
Right.
I need," like I still remember quarantine. Like I'm in the middle of a very like, the email, like it's like while you're writing, it's like the most important thing in the world.
Right, 'cause you gotta
You're just,
keep on
you're
that.
Yeah, like oh, this is so important. But then I remember like JJ, like I pooped, or like or I feel like I have to pee, and like so like you're like
Right.
right in the middle, or it's like, it's like they're like
Yeah.
Julia and JJ started fighting over something. So like, how do you kind of keep it together when you're constantly pulled away? Like how do you not lose sight of what you were working
Honestly,
on all
wine.
day?
No. But in all
All right,
honesty,
hey, it's cool. I guess,
mean-
hey, you heard it here first. You got to do it. So,
right? No, in all honesty, it does help take the load off at night.
Yes.
But
that's awesome.
I'll try to finish at least one thing. I can't. I mean, honestly, like I can't walk away from if I'm in the middle of something. I'm like, okay, but you do have to hold on one moment because mommy's got to finish this, and then I'll come over and help you.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, I have to go back into it. It's just with the whole quarantine thing. Aiden was going to be in first grade. Mm-hmm. Aubrey was going to go to pre-K. It would be 4 days a week. Mommy was like, okay, I got the warehouse. I'm going to do this while you guys are at school. Quarantine came.
Yep.
There's no school. Mom's got the kids.
Yep.
And then, so here we are.
And you get to
at
do
the warehouse all day.
Homeschooling too?
And yes. So now we've pulled them completely out of the school system.
Okay. So
I'm teacher also, and mom, and working. Yeah. So, you know.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's actually a lot.
So, okay. So other people that are in, where they're now teacher, business owner, parents.
Yeah.
Like, how do you do that?
Can I be honest? I don't know. Like, I kind of roll with it on a day-to-day basis, you know? Okay. Try to make a schedule, I guess.
Yeah.
So, you know, we have a couple hours of homeschool.
Okay.
And then usually we do like a lunch and hang out. And then it's like mommy's on the computer. Well, now we have to go down to the warehouse. I mean, there's days where I'm up at 6:30 doing homeschool stuff, and I'm at the warehouse. And I don't get home till 9:30 or 10 o'clock at night.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, it's just schedule for that.
Schedule.
Dedication, schedule, yes.
So I think like dedication to your commitments each day. So like this morning, our team, we were like a team meeting and we're talking about like just some updates that I made with like my calendar, and the guy who, you know, the gentleman that helps our whole team out with like just technology, branding, strategy, like just try and, I always say he's the half of my brain I can't get to work, but like ultimately, what you're saying is like this works for James because James is like married to his like James is in his calendar 24, like he lives, like I live by my calendar. And two, like, as much as you structure it, it's just like you, speaking of emails, you get that email, you miss this, or they want this, and it's just like, you thought you were done yesterday with that project, and now it's like, you know, so like, how do you, like, what are maybe some things that, obviously rolling with it.
Oh, yeah.
You have to.
Yeah.
But like, what are some things maybe that you've learned, or some tools that you use to keep your calendar or your schedule in play?
I don't have anything, to be honest.
Okay.
I'm probably one of the most laid back people because I just kind of roll with it. But I mean, but then again, everybody's different.
Yes.
So what works for me isn't going to work for somebody else, right? I mean, honestly, like I said, just that schedule. I mean, I don't have a tool. I honestly don't. Like
the clock. You're like, okay,
I mean,
it's
pretty
this
much.
time. Yeah, okay.
Like, and then, I mean, but I'm married to my phone right now too, as well. My kids are always like, "You're on your phone." So I guess my phone, the calendar. But I mean, I have the business email. I have the business pages. I have all these people I'm working with, my suppliers. Like, so it's my email on my phone and just rolling with it and whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah.
You heard it.
I mean, I can't.
Wine and whatever.
but everybody's different. You know, your stuff, you have your calendar and your schedule, and you can do times.
Yep.
I can't.
Gotcha.
Not with the kids and everything. It doesn't work that way with me.
Oh, yeah, definitely with the, when I was on, like, because Eric and I were, like, alternating days, or, like, just, like, you just can't.
No.
You just can't. And you just got, I think, and thank you for this. And if for those of you that if you were like me before quarantine, and now, like, I'm settling back into that where, like I get so frustrated when I don't, like, I'm like, I wanted to get this done today and it's not done. So like, so thank you for reminding me. It's okay. The world's not gonna end. Like it's definitely seemed like it's gonna end like 27 times
There's
this year.
Many days where I'm like, I didn't do this. I didn't get this done. This was supposed to get done 2 days ago. But I find out that stressing yourself out over that stuff just makes it harder in the long run. So I mean, do what you can with the time you have and don't stress yourself out.
Awesome. I love it. So be dedicated to yourself and just rolling with the punches. And,
I guess,
and,
absolutely. That, I mean,
Yeah.
I am dedicated to myself. I'm
Yeah.
dedicated to the business.
Yep.
I'm dedicated to my family. So
Yeah.
there's a whole bunch of dedication in there from different aspects, I guess.
So, I don't. That was powerful for me. So like you're dedicated to these 3 different areas. So
Right.
it's just like you can't let the one. If you're truly dedicated to all 3 areas, you can't let the one
Right.
like
so
destroy the other and all that. So.
I love that I'm so successful right now, and I never thought I'd be here in a million years. This
Yeah.
isn't what I thought I'd be doing.
Yeah.
But in the same aspect, I'm dedicated to it, and I want it to thrive, and I want it to be good, but I also want my kids to thrive, and I want my family to thrive.
Yeah.
So there's different dedications to
Yeah.
everything. My main focus will always be my family.
Yeah.
Money isn't everything, but
Yeah.
it's
Well, and two, it's like obviously you didn't start the business to lose money, but
Right.
but it's kind of like, hey, this is something that was special for you and your daughter, and it was special.
and it gives me something.
Yeah.
I was a stay-at-home mom. It gave me something to do. I don't always Mark was a full-time worker.
Yeah.
And granted, he's an awesome provider and an awesome dad, but
Yep.
I wanted to do something for me and the family as well. So, yeah.
I love it. All right. To stay dedicated to all areas of life, you can't let the one area of life ruin. Okay.
Yep.
You are teaching me so much. I'm like, and I have to my memory sucks, so I have to repeat so I'm repeating this 100 times, so
you're
hopefully
fine.
it'll sink in. So awesome. Well, anything you would add on dedication?
No, I think we honestly covered all of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Well, thank you. Thank you for hanging out with us. Please take these gems, put them into action into your life. And again, if you stay dedicated to the things that matter to you and that are important in your life, then you too can stay burn proof. We'll see you next time.